Hello, guys. So, welcome back to another episode of SunFM, where it's bright and sunny in our studio every day. So, the quote of the week for this week is "You're born to be real, not perfect." So, it's the quote of the week by SunFM. I'm Damien.
And my name is Eldon.
So, I'm sure that it has been a while since we came back. Since the
I know it's been like a long time since I did a recording. And yeah, I feel like it's been a long time since I appeared on SunFM's platform, and now here I am back,
yeah,
better than never.
it's already actually April. During the day
Mm-hmm.
where we're recording this,
It's
and
so fast.
yeah, it's actually a long sem already.
I
And then,
know.
yeah, for January till March, it was a short sem.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm pretty sure that everyone who has taken short sem before knows that, short sems are basically you're going to take the MPU subjects,
Mm.
which are like the most general subjects like titas, hubungan
Mm.
etnik, and
Exactly.
what else are there?
I think it's just that too, or like Malay classes for international students, I believe.
Yeah, basically it's
Yeah.
those subjects that actually helps you to, actually interact with other
Mm-hmm.
different students from other subjects. However, there is one particular subject during your SEM that is quite interesting. I didn't take that, but Alden actually
It
took
is
that.
it is interesting. My goodness, I don't know where to start actually because it's been a hell of a ride. It's been
Mm.
hectic, but I came through, thank God. And then, yeah, I mean, there's for the short semester, there's some students who undergo MPU subjects, and some other students went through internship program.
Yep.
And for my case, I was part of the internship program, and I undergo 3 months of internships, which is around 12 weeks lah. So it was a fun experience, I would say. And yeah, I will share that with you just a little bit.
But
And
I mean, we had other guests also, can not just you for
yes,
2 days.
and to spice things up in this episode, we actually invited two really interesting guests to join us today, which is Damien, you want to do the honor?
Okay, so the first one is Li Qing and the second one is Michelle.
Hi,
So
Hi,
Liching. Hi,
Hi,
Michelle. How are you guys?
I'm
thank
good.
you so much for having us.
It's our pleasure. And thank you for joining us, actually.
do you guys want
I know
to
it's like, come again?
introduce do they want to introduce themselves first, basically,
Yeah, that
talking
would be
about
great.
yeah, which course, which year.
Just like a brief introduction,
Hmm.
and whoever wants to start first can just like go ahead.
I think Michelle can start first.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sure. So, yeah, hi, I'm Michelle. I am currently in my second last semester of under Bachelor of Communication, the School of Art. And yeah, I also was doing my internship last semester with Eldon as well. Um,
Exactly.
yeah, and I'm very excited to share more on this experience with you guys.
Hi, my name is Li Jing, and I'm a bachelor student from CMET courses, which is contemporary music, audio technology. So,
Nice.
yeah, year three student, by the way. And then in my previous semester, I've done my internship in a live event company, which is like I'm really excited to share to you guys.
Yes, I am sure that our audience out there are, excited to, get some tips and, hopefully to listen some of your experience for them to like prepare themselves, right? And I mean, yeah, internship, it's basically just like I would say like a period for students to like join for like a brief period, so students would have a feel of like what the working world looks like.
Hmm.
And
And
I
also,
think it's
To able
Come
to work
again?
with other different people, not just students inside campus, and also
Exactly.
to get a whole of, what's that called, the work-life balance.
Mm. Exactly. So there's a little bit here and there, and I think we're really thankful as Sunway students we get this opportunity to intern in companies that we can really learn a lot from. And then, yeah lah, I think I can start first, right? Maybe for this internship, before we actually join internship, we actually have like a briefing from our internship coordinator, and then we were just like brief lah about how the internship goes, like how do we apply, and
Yep.
then how do we apply and how do we do our resume and stuff, like how do we set up our accounts. And usually I just uh applied from LinkedIn. I'm sure everyone knows what LinkedIn, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sure Li Ching and Michelle also uses LinkedIn to apply for
Hey,
internships.
hey, what does that mean? I mean,
I mean,
I do hear about LinkedIn before, where people literally, just go up there and then they upload their resume on their profile, and then they can literally connect with, different business or different workers, so like they can actually communicate with each other to know more about the jobs.
exactly. Because I mean, it's like a easier platform for students, especially for students, because we are still like undergoing uh our own courses and stuff like that. So on LinkedIn we have like this brief job scopes to see like, okay, maybe this is what suits me more
Can I
for what
just
I'm studying.
can I just add that in? I think like LinkedIn, it's like a platform. It's basically like a social platform, but to connect with employers. And
Exactly.
yeah, so it's like your resume, but it is what's the word, like post published
Published it
on
online.
online on that social platform. Yeah.
So yeah, I uses LinkedIn. And how about Li Ching?
Actually,
What
I'm
platform do you
using
use?
myjawatan.com, which
see,
is
I
also
see.
an alternative platform for people out there to look for a job.
Of course.
So I think
You can
beside
just continue, yeah.
So I think beside from LinkedIn and Glassdoor, myjawatan.com also is a good choice lah if you want to look for job or intern.
Yeah. Okay, disclaimer, this is not like a paid ad for LinkedIn or MyJawatan, okay? Don't get us wrong. We were just like sharing personal experiences, and just like Li Ching said, it's another alternative other than LinkedIn. And actually there's a lot more platform out there that help students to look for internship position. Not just internship position, all like full-time, part-time, or like a contract, those kind of things. And
Freelance.
exactly.
Jobstreet, Highly, etc., etc. Just Google search.
There's a lot of apps out there, so don't be shy with your options, because if you wanted to join an internship, you have to like broaden your searches more. You don't limit yourself to one platform. And from there I was able to connect with my employer, which is a PR agency. And then thankfully they called me. They were interested with my resume and they called me in for an interview, and luckily the interview went well. And then days after that I received an offer from them. So in that sense I was kind of lucky, because to be honest, I didn't put much hope into it, because it was just like the start of searching for jobs. And then I was just like, if I got it, then I got it.
Because there are actually people searching for months, but they yet to have gotten
Exactly.
any offer, because how competitive the working environment is nowadays. Yeah. So what
Exactly.
about Michelle? Which platform did you use?
Oh, so I actually know about the internship opportunity from Simplicity, which is the career portal for Sunway students to connect with employers. So that's the platform that our university provides us to connect. And I know like that agent. I also work in that PR agency, and I know about them. But then I didn't apply directly through that portal, but I connected with the employers via LinkedIn as well, and then I got their email, and then we were like exchanging emails so that I could apply for an internship there.
I see, I see. How about you, Li Ching?
So basically, I contact the company's HR in the job posting, like they having the phone number on there, and then I just like WhatsApp them. So tell them I'm interested to work as their intern in the company, and then I send my resume for them to review. So basically, a few hours later, they like contact me back and say, okay, yeah, they are having an interview with me, and then the interview, okay lah, we discuss about everything, like what skill set I have, like what courses I'm in, basic stuff, and basically we just like discuss, and then we did discuss about my allowance, and then travel fees, expenses, all those stuff. And then, okay, we both like agreed on everything. And then this is how I get my intern job lah.
Yeah, I think that's actually quite okay also because it's like a smooth process, and the fact that your employees are really direct and honest with you, like they were like discussing, oh my God, they were like discussing your allowances and stuff like that. So I have a question, Li Ching, actually. What do you do in the company? Like, what are your daily tasks? Like, yeah, can you just like share us more a little bit about it?
Actually, I'm assistant sound technician to my seniors, which is my colleagues. So basically, every day I'll just help them for setting up the sound system, and then do the audio assistant stuff lah. Such as work as audio stagehand, and then like assigning mics, and then everything lah, managing audio equipment while the event is happening.
That sounds interesting because I'm a comm student, right? I never like really know what is going on in your course, or like how do you guys do during your internship, and listening to you like doing all those audio tech stuff, it's really interesting. And how about you, Michelle? Since you mentioned you work in a PR agency just like me, and then in fact me and Michelle are actually colleagues. Okay. So
Fun fact.
Yeah. Jinx, but maybe Michelle can start off by explaining what are your daily tasks then.
Yeah, what were our daily tasks,
Yeah,
right?
what were our daily tasks actually?
Yeah. So for PR, right? Basically the nature of the business is like helping companies to build up a story so that they could have a good reputation. And the PR consultants, they have a lot of accounts, and which means they have a lot of work to do. So us as interns, when we come in, we assist those consultants in their day-to-day tasks. For example, and this is what we do, what we did. So first we did media follow-up calls, meaning we called the media here, as in like the publications or the broadcasters, and we called them. Yeah, we called them to ask about whether or not they would be interested in publishing or covering our stories. And the story is the brand's story. So if we get them to cover these stories, it's a win for us. So those are one of the big responsibility that us as interns have to do. Other than that, we also help with building a media list, or drafting press release. But of course, the drafting is still have to be supervised under or edited under the consultants and the seniors.
Yeah.
We also do media briefing documents, preparing documents. So basically, that meaning, documents for
For
interviews.
clients.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
the client is doing an interview with the media, then we have to do that particular document so that they would be prepared for the questions. Yeah,
This
something
is like
like
a lot
that.
of job actually,
Actually,
considering.
yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, I
it's a
would
lot of
like to
work.
add on a little bit to what Michelle has just told us. Actually, yeah, like Michelle mentioned, it's about like building a story for our clients. And for our PR agency, they focus on startups company only, startups and SMEs meaning small medium enterprises, and these kind of companies, they don't get a lot of attention or coverages on the media, and
Yeah.
our job is to help them to get the coverage that they deserve, the recognition that they deserve,
Mm-hmm.
so they can be at the same level with big names, right? And
So it's spreading publicity to the
Mm,
people.
it was
Yeah.
about generating organic publicity because if it's paid, then it's advertising. But for PR, it's organic. It
Earned
was just like,
earned
do you want
advertising.
this? Do you want this story? And if you want this, we can provide you with materials such as press releases, media pitches, those kind of things. And it's more about behind the scenes stuff lah, I would say, for PR, because you're literally just like making a story about your company and then you find ways to sell it in a very attractive angle. So media publications like The Star, NST, Bernama would actually pick up their stories and publish on their websites or print it out on the newspaper. So when we get these coverages, and it's a really big deal for clients, especially for startup clients that don't that is not really well known.
Yeah.
So it's really a nice job lah. And personally,
Yeah, personally.
my personal experiences, I really learned a lot, especially in writing. I really improve a lot, I would say. Of course, there's no one to testify that lah, but I feel like I can. Obviously, it's not like, oh my god, someone is like checking my work. Like, Eldon, this is so good. But no, it was just like a personal thing. I feel like I can write more easily.
Yep, the
Especially
communicating skills.
Yeah, exactly. Especially for like beauty clients. As for Michelle, Michelle is like really into like business clients or
Yeah,
tech clients.
business tech. Yeah.
And
So
in
what-
that agency, me and Michelle have different directions. I would say we have
Okay.
like different teams actually. I was focused more on initially I was in the business and tech team, but over the time I was like transferred into the beauty team, so I was handling a lot of beauty customers,
Lifestyle.
lifestyle customers, just like like beauty products, food, beverages. And
But I mean, at least you get to, know more about different field and area.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I
Exactly.
think that's the nature of working in an agency where you get to work with a lot of clients from a lot of different industries. So you get a lot of exposure on that.
Yep. So what about leaching? So do you have like, what do you learn most since, audio technology is actually a very complicated job. And then you have to actually, deal with different clients that, the
Yeah,
sounds that they wanted to get.
So the most thing I've learned in my internship is the live sound system installation. So basically, before this internship, I've completely no clue on this because, like, for what I've learned is most of it is focused on recording studio. But for my internship, I'm doing for live sound. So completely different thing, I can say. So I learned how to set up PA system, speakers, set up the sound console, and then set up the wireless system, which is the wireless mic, body pack, stuff like that. And then another thing is coiling cable. So like it sounds like
Oh, wow.
what? But no joke, like I legit practice how to coil cables every day, all type of cables, big cable, small cable, long cable, short cable, all type. Like it sounds like a very
Wow.
simple job to do, but actually it is the most important task, most basic, most important task you must master if you need to work in music studio or film industry or live industry. Really, really important stuff to master.
Yeah.
So basically, you apply what you learn from campus and then apply it into the industry,
Yep.
I guess.
Yeah.
Apply
I think that
later
is
lah.
that is it, right? Just like me and Michelle, we learn from our program like how to write press releases, how to do this and that, like PR related stuff. And then when we worked in PR agencies, we actually applying that knowledge that you have learned throughout what you have learned during campus, right? During your course, and then applying that knowledge into a real life working situation that you dealt with real clients. So it's not really like a playground because everyone is taking you seriously and you are treated as an adult.
Yep.
And you will have that responsibility. So and personally I learned from that as well. I learned about how to manage my time well. I learned to improve my writing. I learned how to communicate with different people. So yeah, I learned how to persuade people also to like cover my stories and stuff, because I'm like, do you want my story? This is a really good story, and if you don't want this, I still have another story if you are interested. So it's like
I guess you're
doing
very-
sales for some reason, you know.
I guess you're very persuasive now.
Yeah, I mean, I think Michelle can agree to that, right?
Yeah, I think PR really like trains us to be more thick-skinned in that sense.
Exactly.
And to not
Oh my
compliment people,
God.
I guess, to make them feel very, happy
Yeah.
in a way.
In
So,
a way, yes.
Actually, do you guys have any weird experience that you guys, faced during your internship? Like how some boss actually bullied the interns or something like that? Or any weird experience that you guys have?
Yeah.
You know.
Or maybe good experience also, like maybe your boss compliments you. I don't know. Anything from Li Ching or from Michelle?
So
From me, oh,
it's
yeah,
okay,
you
you
go
can go
first.
first.
Anyone can go first. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go 1st. Weird experience, I would say, because I'm international student, so like I'm not Malaysian. So, first of all, the language is the barrier. Sometimes when I call the media and they're just start speaking Chinese or Malay, and then I'll just like, hey, I sorry, I can only speak English, and they'll just start to have this certain,
Impressions, mentality.
impression or like mentality towards me, and it's a bit like not super friendly in a way. I don't blame them anything. They're more comfortable speaking the local language, and I completely understand that. But yeah, those are a little bit weird. But then another weird experience would be, just calling the media, and then they'll just start to ask for, okay, no, cut this out, no.
Okay, it's okay. You can just continue.
Yeah, you just continue.
Yeah, okay, let me try to think another weird experience.
Okay,
I'll
maybe
do-
as you were
Do-
thinking, okay, maybe you were
Yeah.
thinking I can add one more weird experience. I wouldn't say weird. Like I wouldn't say I would say it's much more like a awkward situation, right?
Okay.
So we were dealing with clients, and sometimes our client just like went missing all of the sudden. Yeah,
Wait, what?
like went missing. Like our clients like went for a vacation, and then when we want something from them, like materials, right? And then they just like replied us 2 weeks after that, and then from there all of my work are delayed. So I mean, it's
At least-
very hard for me to do my job, because I need your information, but I cannot start anything because you are away. So I think, okay, personally for Michelle, right, she's mentioned about language barrier. I can really testify to that because I personally saw like how Michelle's struggling to communicate with certain publications like Chinese publications or Malay publications because some of the journalists or editor they were like only comfortable in conversing in the local language. And yeah, so it's
Language
really
became a barrier.
yeah, the barrier is really there. And luckily for me, I do not have that and everything went smooth. But I think not a weird experience, like it's like a lesson learned for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a weird experience for me as well. It's more of like,
A
those
learning experience.
I,
a little
Eye-opening.
bit hindrance here and there, but it's all right.
It's all right. It helps us learn, right? It's a process.
yeah,
How about
it helps you get
Li-Ching?
improved.
So actually,
Maybe you
I've
saw
also
ghosts in a studio.
So actually, I also have been in a quite awkward situation. So when I was in one of the events, like I left the venue right after my job was done because I thought I can go, but I didn't even know that I have to wait until my other colleagues until they finish their work. Then I only can leave. So I just straightly leave the venue and then without noticing, informing everyone lah. And when I so awkward. And then my colleagues was like, "Hey, Li-Ching, where are you?" And then I like, oh no,
I'm
I
home.
left. so
Li-Ching,
I
what
had
are you
to,
talking about? I'm home.
yeah, I'm home. I'm at home. And then they be like, "Oh no, why you left?" Okay, so I have to inform my supervisor about this lah. And then I can feel like he's pretty mad at the time, like because I didn't inform
Oh
him.
my god.
Yeah. So, but he didn't scold me or everything. Like he just like told me, "Please don't do this next time. Please like this."
I mean, because you're an intern also, right? We didn't know. Because you're
I
an
didn't
intern
know.
also, so
Yeah.
you wouldn't know. Yeah, it's not really like your fault.
Yeah.
So
So, but
it's
I'm
at
still. And then
So it's actually very important to me that a good supervisor that actually guides you kan.
Yeah.
so guys,
Right, Michelle?
when you are unsure about anything in your internship, please ask lah. Don't be like me,
Just
making my
ask.
own decision. This is not good lah.
Yeah. And then it's giving me flashbacks of me and Michelle trying to catch the bus and the train every time after work.
Oh yeah.
That was a funny story because we finish work at 6 and then every day we are just literally racing for the bus. Because if we miss the bus, the next bus is gonna come in like 1 hour, 30 minutes. So it's gonna be late
Yeah.
by then. And every day we just like ask for permission to like, can we leave like 10 minutes earlier? And luckily our boss and senior managers are like very kind to us. So that's really nice. I really enjoyed working there lah.
So, I before we continue to the next segment, so you guys talk about how you guys actually had uploaded resume onto the platform. So it's basically like preparation that documents that you have to prepare before you find internship card. So I'm just wondering what other documents have you guys actually prepared, or do you guys do any research on company and compare them before applying?
I would say you need to prepare your resume and cover letter. This is the most important document you need to prepare lah. And then if you are going to intern in a very how should I say, practical field, like music production or design, you need to prepare your own work portfolio lah, so that you can showcase your potential and your strength. And then you need to do background check also lah, because sometimes like they will ask you about this in the interview lah, like why you are interested in our company, sort of that.
Yeah, I agree with Li-Ching as well. I also have to prepare my resume and cover letter. I think cover letter is even more, in my opinion, I think it's even more important because then you could be able to explain yourself, what you did previously and explain it in more details. And also you can like input some inputs of the like the KPIs or the results that you have done, like your achievements. You can explain it in a more detailed way. I think also like in terms of portfolio, it's also important if you have one. for us PR, I think we could showcase some of the writings that we have done, or if not, some relevant work, as in social media, or designs, graphic designs, if we know how to do it. Yeah. And then before applying for jobs, I think it is important for you to like list down all the companies that is hiring first of all, and then that they are aligned with what you're looking for.
Exactly.
And you also need to
So-
prepare some typical interview questions lah. So that
my
you won't
God.
be
Yes.
stuttering, like, what should
Yeah.
I answer about this? Yeah.
Always better to prepare yourself before going into something, right? So after preparations, what tips do you guys have for next batch of students out there who are going through
Going
internship?
to take.
Yeah, going to take internship next semester. What basic tips that you would give to students out there?
So my advice is to always stay humble and be patient lah. Because everyone in the industry have their own strengths. Like there must be a reason for them to be there so for a long time. So you need
I
to
agree.
put down your ego and humbly learn from the others lah. This is a very important mentality to have lah. Like don't be very, very egoist.
I agree.
Think that you are the best. That don't be like that. And also always patient to yourself lah, because nobody is going to learn through everything in just a few months. So do your best and gain as many experience as you can in the work, in your internship work, and don't let other negative judgmental comments affect you.
Yep.
Nice.
How about you, Michelle?
Okay, so for me, I think before the internship, maybe you should prepare yourself mentally and everything else, as in first of all, you need to do research prior to your next semester, which is the internship semester. Yeah, do research. And also, this is very important. I think you should build up your LinkedIn profile. This is not to promote LinkedIn or whatsoever, but I think it's such a great tool for you to connect with employers. So make sure to like build a good resume or a good LinkedIn profile, and then reach out to the people who are working in the companies that you wish to intern at, and then connect with them through LinkedIn and like private message. But then also like asking them for their HR email so that you can like send over the resume, and just be very humble, like Li Ching said. Just be very humble and open to like learning, like show that you have the enthusiasm to learn and to be a good interns at their company if they hire them. And then during internship, I think it's important to still the same, keep that humbleness.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the word, like when you say like you wanna like learn, like eager to learn? What's the word? I forgot. What's
Just
the
eager
word?
to learn. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really agree to that, Michelle. And I think Michelle and Li Ching had already give like a couple of really good tips, to students out there, right? I hope you guys really learn something, and because I learned something too, even though I'm not going through, internship whatsoever, but it may be useful for me in the future, right? When I'm looking for a full-time position. But I think that has been a great tip from both of them, and I think we are almost reaching the end of our episode. Okay, yeah, it's so sad that I really hope that we can really like talk about this longer, but due to time constraints, we really have to like really like end this here.
Wrap. Yep.
Yeah, we like wrap it up here, but it's just essentially be humble, okay? Do your own research. Prepare yourself thoroughly before joining an interview, so people will think, okay, like you are actually up to this job.
Yep.
Show that you are capable of doing it and just be yourself. That's my tip lah. And then yeah, really thank you for having Li Ching and Michelle in this episode. In regards from SunwayFM family, I really thank you guys to join us in this episode. And to all our audience out there, if you wish to listen more to SunFM, please go to our Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or Spotify. They will be listed down below. All right. And then to the next batch of students, good luck for your internships and hope this episode will benefit everyone in any way. And I think that's all. Goodbye.
Yep. Bye.
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 Bye. Good luck.